Offensive rebound, gets it back, finds Raynaud to the cut.
Lubin, alley-oop to Raynaud. Oh my goodness!
5 on the clock. Raynaud's got to do something. He does, and he gets it to go.
Sellers dribbled right into him.
Raynaud is fouled and scores it. Nice fake. Raynaud going for the slam.
He drove on middle Brooks. This time, hanging in the loop.
Staring down the ferocious Scott. Raynaud,
Three to shoot. Agarwal, dagger.
Nice size, nice finish, nice touch around the rim.
Raynaud steals it away. Showtime! 17-17 is 3 consecutive years of improved wins under Jeff Wolbron. Raynaud, watch out. Hammond wide open 3, short. Raynaud put it in, but full court pressure. Cardinal break it. They got a 3-on-1. Raynaud fakes the 3. Lefty finish. Count it. In terms of the non-conference schedule, some from the former staff, some was set up by Kyle Smith.
7 to shoot. Maxime Raynaud launching a 3. And Blakes moves in. Raynaud thought about the 3. Now down the lane.
Making it tougher for NAU to score.
Maxime Raynaud from outside.
And enabled Stanford to get in their offense and get some good looks.
Over the top for Raynaud. And he banks it in. Maxime Raynaud, the pump on the floor to start the second half. A couple of threes in that 10-2 run. As the Cardinal go inside to Maxime Raynaud, fading away on the baseline.
Pass in the drop-off.
That's a lob for Raynaud. Underneath, Maxime Raynaud.
Big fella weak.
Maxime Raynaud recovers. And seals Regab.
Baseline, there's no help, but then there's the baseline, which is a kind of a defender as well.
This is what makes Raynaud different. The 7. Cardinal lead is 1. Raynaud steps into a 3. You gotta respect. Dealer just beats the 10-second call. Aiden Cameron in for the first time tonight. And Raynaud this time
Just made him go over the top of him.
Raynaud. We win! Oh, nice move. Dealer, the floater off. Raynaud with the tip. Dealer, heat check. Rims out. Raynaud.
Zone look.
Raynaud. This would be a big 3, and he's got it. First year, Cal Smith told me before the year, the goal is, first of all, we need a 500 or better record. Raynaud, is this the backbreaker? There's 1,000.
Shot clock winding down. Maxime Raynaud blocks the shot. Rebound grab by Jalen Blakes, who's doing everything early for the Cardinal. Maxime Raynaud gets behind the defense. Another offensive rebound. Maxime Raynaud will try one. Third time's a
Probing, but you can probe all you want, but try to get the ball again. And Raynaud sees if he's got a 3, and you know what?
Blakes feeding Raynaud. Raynaud slaps it. Spinning baseline, jump hook with the left hand. Minutes into this first half. But he'll try a 3 from out there, and he'll knock it down.
Yeah,
This is Cameron Tongue defending against Raynaud. Jump hook. Defensive stop for the Stanford Cardinal. There's the lob down low, and a catch and lay blocked by Johnny O'Neal. Raynaud left open for 3. Bottoms down there in the post.
Yep, there it is.
Over the top they go. Left-handed jump hook to play. Now Aboye's got to go against Raynaud. Jump hook, got it.
The desperation ramps up, and getting a hand on the ball with Stanford. Quickly back, and a block. And Raynaud are going to be the targets here.
Tilly taking that contact.
Oh!
It rolls off the cylinder.
Hammond had the offensive rebound, gets it back, finds Raynaud to the cup, and a thunder. Hammond finds the big man up top. Look out below! A right-hand hammer.
If you're Stanford, you got to stay persistent. Get the ball into your best player right there.
Oh, Raynaud knocks down. More dishes. Here comes Harrison. Tried to throw it down. Shot clock down to 5. Brent Foster with a hand in his face. Raynaud rejects it. Up to 8 points. Raynaud lets it fly and buries the three. Kevin with 5 to shoot through traffic. Raynaud puts it in plus the foul.
Good to see him back healthy. Raynaud, top of the perimeter, all net. Keeler thought about that step back. Instead, Raynaud not shy. Cans it.
That's first start of the year for himself.
Oh, beautiful back.
Year one of the Kyle Smith era for Stanford. Raynaud so proficient.
Come down and try to convert.
Blake's a lob for Maxime. Missing the lob. And here's Raynaud.
There's going to be a trap coming off of a picked up dribble. And there it is. Raynaud knows what to do.
Powers
him in this fight. And, you know, we all out there, unfortunately, know someone battling cancer, so we know what they're going through. But it's great.
Raynaud for 3. And Maxime Raynaud. Stojakovic cut off and then blocked by Raynaud. Got it back. Raynaud for 3. And the big man is good. Raynaud, back-to-back threes. Good. Stanford has their large
turnovers, but good luck with that. Stanford's done a great job handling the ball, and then there you see the big fella creating the wall, being a rim
to do it quickly, if that makes sense. Blackshirt blocked by Raynaud.
Blackshirt going to
the officials.
Maxime Raynaud left open in the corner.
Period. End of story.
Stanford 9 for 17 outside the arc, and now the nice pass, Jalen Blakes and Maxime Raynaud.
About it and NIL money and all that other stuff.
Raynaud will step out and hit the 3.
Not bad shots, just missed shots.
Anything to the arena effect?
Maybe
a little deeper. Raynaud, the 3. Evan Stinson gives it up to Raynaud. Raynaud got Biddle in the air and then snuck it by Evan.
Rhythm of the season. And when you have 10 days off with no game, you can practice all you want. It's different than a game.
Here he is defending Raynaud, and Raynaud spins. Maxime Raynaud. Shefflin rejected by Raynaud. And Raynaud fadeaway. Tough shot, rims down.
Terrific athlete. Plays way above the rim. I'd like to see him be a little bit more aggressive offensively.
Midway through the first half. And here is Raynaud with Wiggins showing double and a tough fadeaway. 5 to shoot for Raynaud. In his bag. Up that physicality even more at home. Raynaud, floater is good.
17.5 per game, 6th in the ACC.
Short closeout since they've been here.
And credit to the Pitt administrators for giving him the opportunity to get it going. Raynaud gets the roll.
Jalen Blake attacking right there, but recognizing he's going to have the big guy follow him. But you see the skill of Raynaud.
5 to shoot. Raynaud says, clear out, I'm going to go to work on Guillermo Diaz-Graham, and he is still perfect. Pin for the Stanford program, helping Coach Montgomery get it going.
It's all to say, if that goes in, call the police.
Raynaud, great catch and finish. Raynaud, back-to-back threes.
They've got to get it in and out of there.
Tells Keeler to get out of there. Only 5 on the clock. Raynaud's got to do something. He does, and he gets it to go. Yeah. Like David Thompson.
No, that's off the chain.
Raynaud, the next whistle under the 8-minute mark. Raynaud, how do you leave him so wide open?
Nearly a little tougher. Okpara. Raynaud got away from the defender for the jam. They got Raynaud. 1v1. Maxime turns. Count it. Look at the agility to go get that. Raynaud. Nobody comes to help out, so he'll wrap it around.
Jalen Blakes, here is Raynaud, 42 in red. Maneuvering on Efton Reed. The soft touch. And
they were fantastic at points in the paint. 7-0 advantage points in the paint.
Raynaud, catch and release. The AC. Agarwal. Raynaud. Hang it in the Louvre.
Good game.
Once I get into my castle, then I don't know what to do, but Raynaud certainly does. You saw what he can do.
So, you know, there's more to it. But, you know, the guy, he's going to play.
And unable to handle it is Lubin. Alley-oop to Raynaud! Oh, my goodness, and he'll go to the line.
In the middle.
And you have 7 points from Davis, but everybody else really quiet. And Raynaud, and now Stanford in front by 1. And rejected by Ray.
You're a coach, you like 2-to-1 assist turnover.
Oh, my, to the rack, the big fella. North Carolina in a wild one, 96-92. Came away with a win. Great block by Raynaud. Well, the old Carmichael Auditorium, which is still, by the way, standing. And Raynaud goes to the rack and trails by just 4. Raynaud again, and this time Davis takes it himself. Raynaud blocks it, tips it twice.
Offensive rebound. Now he'll pop out. Thought about the 3. He'll take the 3. Go!
In our last game at Carolina.
Little package you showed to start the game. He showed it up. And now he gets against Huey on this end. 1-on-1. Miami really not double teaming Maxime Raynaud with the left hand. Gave up 117 points last time out against SMU. Raynaud along the baseline. Country and rebounds. Blakes finds Raynaud. A little off balance, so he caught, got Kidd in the air and scores.
He got to like to run over and give somebody a pat on the backside like, good job.
Raynaud, 3, good! Hey, basketball in France, for French basketball, the national team's excellent. Raynaud lays it in.
Got his work early.
Made some nice plays in the first half. Finds Raynaud, 3 again.
Some summertime action.
I mean, we asked Paul Jobé, did you play against Raynaud?
Heck of a start to this game. 5 points to go along with 3 boards. Raynaud trying to go to work on that right side he loves so much.
Raynaud all the way in for the. We talk about Raynaud with a slow game, but he does have 11 rebounds. And now a left-handed tip. Sellers. No good. Raynaud, yes.
Late in the clock. Raynaud finds Blakes. Back to the big man. A straight on 3.
Down the court before pulling the trigger.
Raynaud buries the 3. For Chris Bell, the Northern California native who grew up in Concord. Raynaud answers back with a
physicality and the length about his 6'10" frame. Where Cross doesn't have an advantage inside.
Raynaud, he'll make you pay.
Points here early, and his ability to score inside and out.
Max Raynaud answers with a 3.
They're smaller, they're quicker.
Raynaud into the lane. 4 Stanford has missed their last 8 shots. Raynaud trying to change that. Into the lane, Maxime Raynaud.
Again, as we talked about, he has better mobility than you give him credit for.
And he's been defending Raynaud, who hit one in the first half. And is that considered a heat check?
Well,
that's Raynaud.
That's so quiet. Only 3 points in this first half. Extra pass. Raynaud, 3. Good! Stanford looking for the final shot. They blitz Sellers. Raynaud. Couple of dribbles with the left hand. How about that one? He's ambidextrous. Still trying to get it in there to him. Finally they do. Raynaud scores. Behind the back. Sellers, no. Raynaud puts it in with a foul.
Here's Jaden Taylor. Second season with NC State after time at Butler. Blocked by Raynaud. One thing from 3, the rest of the team just 8 for 23. Raynaud, he's got 4, been a quiet. Brooks got into foul trouble, picked up 2 in the first half. Raynaud, and 1 for the Frenchman.
Pressure defense is, you have to keep it simple, but you have to attack the pressure. Attack the pressure and then make a decision.
Raynaud went right at Middlebrooks and drops it in for 2 possession. He drove on Middlebrooks. This time, hanging in the Louvre.
But when the opportunity presents itself, you have to be able to take advantage of it.
Opportunity presents.
Next 4 out.
We're in the part of the season right now where every game counts. It's a big clump in that middle of the conference.
I'm really impressed by Nate George. He was a little bit more of just a playmaker, and now you're seeing he has to step it up and be a...
Nearly 50% of their output. They made life miserable on Maxime Raynaud. Turns, faces.
Sellers wanted to run the 6'5" junior. He comes in at 14 points a game. And the first one in assists. A terrific passing team. Backing into the lane. Agarwal gets it outside for Raynaud, and doesn't that work for me? That's all I've done my entire life. Duke on a 21-5 run. Raynaud's been very cold. Not this time. Raynaud off the fake on Malawach. Got it.
He gets a 20. Nice fake.
Raynaud going for the slam with both hands.
We talk about shows he's saving. Why not take advantage of resources like that?
Raynaud with another one. That one is all net.
Foul leader. That's something Jordan never did.
Off the inbound. Maxime.
7-footers playing with true strength around the basket.
And Maxime Raynaud did not.
Great body. Just use that power.
Maxime Raynaud, the running hook. Maxime Raynaud again launching a three. This one goes for Raynaud. Maxime Raynaud. Three!
Let's go Stanford!
Isolated.
Let's go Stanford!
The step back from Maxime Raynaud.
It's a second effort. BC allowed a combined 90 points in 2 wins last week. That included holding Virginia per game this year. Eagles shoot the 3-ball well, but they don't take many out there. Maxime Raynaud first sub off the bench for Stanford. Raynaud for 3, and he knocks it down.
If you're Stanford.
Fred Payne was an ESPN 4-star prospect out of high school. Maxime Raynaud rips the court. Agarwal drives. Raynaud on the offensive glass has the stick back.
Yeah, very patient.
ACC Player of the Week. First Eagle to win it 3 times in a season since Jared Dudley. As Raynaud as Donovan Young, freshman from Pasco, Washington. Raynaud backs in Benning. Perfect. He is automatic. A slingshot 3, and Raynaud rattles it in. Who's now the head coach at UCF. All those guys would have liked
the SMU's opportunities now. That's a big-time move by Sellers on the opposite end.
Sellers, who played under SMU head coach Andy Enfield the last 2 years down at USC. Raynaud, the ball fake and the finish off the glass.
And transition baskets.
SMU without its leading scorer, Maxime Raynaud rips the court. Stanford has already won 4 more games this season than they did all of last year as Raynaud puts in the southpaw. Chizumak Paro came off the bench that first half, starts the second on the floor. Maxime Raynaud. Agarwal, high lob, low post. Sellers.
Raynaud's working really hard for position underneath.
The turnaround right-hand shot over the top with 3 to shoot. Agarwal, dagger.
He was a stud for Stanford. New coaching staff comes in and has ideas about how he can. He scored 15 points or more in 3 of the last 4. Raynaud, tough shot. Raynaud a deep 2. And now multiple players with at least 2 fouls. Raynaud, baseline jumper. Buries.
Able to knock down tough shots like that.
Leads the ACC in scoring coming into the night. Turnaround.
Raynaud and Marcus Burton. I'm going a little bit harder knowing that one of the best G5. If I stay back, he has a jump shot. Way to knock it down, Marcus Burton.
Way to go inside.
Texas, outside the Dallas area. Raynaud a 3.
Got to get out on that.
What a quick bounce pass. Now Traore to work against Raynaud.
Now this is where Raynaud should absolutely have an advantage. Traore
Dribble Hepburn. Nice pass. Waterman blocked by Raynaud. They'll battle for it. Traore always in the fray for Louisville. To Roos, to Hadley, blocked Raynaud.
And that's the third block of the game by Raynaud, but how
in the opening few minutes of this second half here, Raynaud with the left-hand hook, and it rolls in. There's his second most improved player in the ACC.
I do believe that he absolutely is. You consider that he scored 2 points a game a season ago for the Blue Devils as Raynaud in the first 6+ minutes. So playing much better offensively.
And this guy is starting to get
for the Cards, especially here in the second half, making plays on both ends of the floor and providing that energy and effort.
Raynaud right hand scores.
Hands of Blake's. How about Stojakovic got fouled on that one?
Raynaud for three. He's finally on the
great three-point shooter, but it doesn't take many. Raynaud will take, and Raynaud will.
I'm going to get it to him from the three-point line. Maxime with a left-hand finish.
Jalen Blake's to inbound.
Blake's for Maxime Raynaud. And Raynaud.
In Virginia.
Raynaud again. 4-3.
Starting about 35 days, DJ Campbell.
Raynaud into the paint over Dort.
Raynaud sealing off Sissoko. There's the bounce pass.
Yeah. There's the bucket.
Leave him to help off of a driver.
Into the middle of the zone, it's Raynaud. Contact, and then Gieler couldn't take it away from Campbell. Stojakovic blocked by Raynaud.
He's like a breath job.
A 27% three-point shooter, and there is Raynaud.
Well below where they finished. They were picked 9th in the league. Hard to know where Louisville's going to finish with an entire new team.
And Raynaud. Sellers, Raynaud back on the floor, and Raynaud gets it to go. 23-22, the Louisville lead. Not for long. There's Raynaud. Here's Raynaud in the post. Left-handed. Scores it again. Now he's back against Scott. Sellers dribbled right into him. Raynaud is fouled and scores it. Raynaud trying to set another screen. Staring down the ferocious Scott. Rainbow three!
20 points, 10 rebounds, 53s. Only 2 players as you see him slamming one.
Agarwal controls again. The 1-2 punch of Agarwal and Raynaud so far, showing to be a knockout. Agarwal walks the tightrope, drops it off for Raynaud. Jump hook splash.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Smith liked this little 4-0 run. He'll put him some more length around the basket.
Third block for Raynaud. Might give him 4. Brinson likes his odds against Gieler. Drops it off.
Grady Lewis. You shall not pass. Get that weak shot out of here. Showing out on the defense. You've got to have dudes like that may sacrifice parts of their game to make the team better.
Raynaud shoots 6 threes a game right now from the floor early on. Raynaud from long distance.
Around their point of emphasis. Finding Sullinger.
Raynaud! 13. Here's Raynaud.
Can he snap him out of it?
Over the rainbow. Raynaud walks the tightrope. Golden Flash hasn't scored in 3.5 minutes. Raynaud would like to score right now. Raynaud stopped. 6 minutes left. Max Raynaud taking matters into his own. Off the bench and into the game is Thompson missing a 3. Collecting the reach.
Challenge a 3-point shot here.
Sellers, length of the floor. Here's Raynaud. Will hoist right away. Buries it.